Hello, it's me. Okay, just kidding. Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Sarah, and thanks for watching. Um, if you guys have been with me to this far, thank you. Thank you so much. So I hope you guys are all doing fine today. I'm just going to show you how I did this tiger face. Not a tiger face, yes, I just love them so much. And before everything else, I just did a sketch first so that I know where to place the colors and so that the colors won't mix too much. Otherwise, everything will drag and yeah, it's just gonna be messy after that if you don't plan your colors well. So as you can see, I pour the colors according to the stripe and the darkest part of the tiger first, and then I add the highlight colors as well. Next, I'm going to pour a red tone for the right side of the face because I want the half face to be red and the other side to be blue. So I sort of reverse the colors on both sides according to the tone of the color. So the blue and the red, they are similar in tone value, so that's why I make them the darkest tone. And then the highlights, I have the gold, the white, and the pink. So as you can see, I only pour paints where I needed them to be. I do not flood the whole thing with pours, neither do I do a bloom pour or a swipe yet. So I just place the colors where I want them to be, and then I'll start doing my mumbo jumbo into it. Right, so I add the Prussian blue for a more darker tone, and then I'm just going to stitch everything up with the white tone. Can you see the eyes, the placement of the nose and the mouth already? So I hope you can see it. Next, I'm going to torch everything first before blowing them up. You can see a lot of air bubbles popped, right? So yep, that's really good. That's a good sign. So now I stitch my paints together by blowing them into shapes of where I want the colors to go. So I start from the nose, and then here I have the eye part. This is the nose part, and then I'm just gonna blow downwards and then outwards again, right? So yep, can you see me? I'm blowing the paints inward first and then I'll blow it out. I love the mouth part. I think I practiced this so many times that, you know, I'm so used to blowing a tiger's face already. So practice do make perfect, so you gotta keep trying. So yeah, I find this way of painting is more fun than using a brush. That is for me at least, because I can control brushes pretty well. Not to brag or anything, but I'm trained. I study arts my whole entire life, so I find that with Fluidart you get to express yourself much better without having the brush to tell you where to go, because the paints always move wherever it wants to. And I think that's the most wonderful part about Fluidart, is that you have no control sometimes over the paints, because they just flow wherever it wants to, right, according to the opacity, the density, etc. Surface tension, definitely. So this makes painting way more challenging and more fun actually. So now here I'll just mix the colors by blowing. Can you see these are actually the stripes, the tiger stripes? It's taking shape really easily. So painting doesn't have to be hard, especially if you want to do faces of animals or birds or creatures. You just need to make sure that you place the colors at the right spot and blow them out at the right, into the right shape, definitely. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, please, I would love it if you would subscribe to me. And if you're not new here, I hope that you guys enjoy this process. I hope that you love the colors. Please let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you guys. And yeah, just hope you guys enjoy this process. Okay, so now I'm doing the mouth. This is the mouth area, and then this is the chin. So the chin has hair flowing down, and that's what I'm going to do. That's pretty simple. So the mouth again. So can you see that I'm blowing it out into shapes by just using a straw? This is what, to me, fluid art should be something that you can manipulate, as well as sometimes not manipulate at all, because you know the paints will just go wherever it wants to go. Can you see how the paint just flow back into the shape that they want and not what I want? So yeah, that's the fun part. So I do use palette knife as well to drag the paints into shapes. When I first started out fluid art, I bought everything according to what Olga Sobi or Rinsky Duna uses, and according to what other artists uses as well. But I find that, you know, at the end of the day, I can use whatever I have that's disposable to me. So I use a lot of recycled stuff. I use the same paper cups, the same ice cream stick, the popsicle stick that is. And here you can see me using a fork, a recycled fork. And then don't forget to torch to pull all the air bubbles out. So along the way you get to see that I use a lot of recycled stuff like forks, Baskin Robbins spoon, and sometimes I use those cake knife as well to form shapes. So I love it. You know, you can use wherever you want. You know, you don't have to necessarily use a spatula, a spatula or a palette knife. Yes, that's the word, palette knife, to actually, you know, to form shapes, you know, with. You can use wherever that you have, and it wouldn't cost you any money, you know, and you get to save the environment too and reduce wastage, right? Look what the fork did. It's just so amazing. So here I'm going to do whiskers, and then I'm just using the fork again. As I said, you know, this is such a useful tool. Just look at it. The hair of the chin and the mouth area. And here you can see me using the Baskin Robbins spoon to actually form the shapes of the tiger's stripes. So for this video, I mainly will show you the right side because it's the same for the left side, you know, but since you can't really see it that well, so I'm just going to explain what I did on the right side. So I used the spoon, as I said, to manipulate the paste to form the stripes of the tiger. And then next, I'm going to do the eye, and as you can see, I've always left the eye empty because last time I used to do the eye first and the paint just sunk inside or get dragged together, and the shape runs out all the time. So that's why I don't take my chances with delicate details. So I always love to do more delicate details, you know, at the end where the paint is roughly more settled. So here I drew the outline of the eye by using a darker red, and then for the center I will put a gold. This is Amsterdam Buffy White, and I'm just gonna mix them just like that with a spoon, and then try to form an eye out of it. Can you see the paint this squished back together? So that's the challenging part. So I'm adding a dark color, a Prussian blue to make it darker. The paints just run wherever it wants to run. So when the paint drags back, it's because there are different density in paints. Like the white is usually very dense, like titanium white, That's why, hence titanium, right? The gold is also heavy paint, so it will sink in at the bottom too. So if you don't want it to sink that much, the first thing you can do is to add more water to it, or you make your transparent colors more thicker than the usual runny type. But I am just too lazy to think how much water to add to my paints, so I just paint until I feel that it feels just right in my hand. It's not too heavy, it's not too light, and then yep, that's it. I don't really measure the paints that I use specifically, and the amount of water I use as well, because it's just too tedious. Art is supposed to be fun, and this is not like a chemistry class. So I mean, this is what I feel art is to me. So now I'm just adding the buffy white again to bring out the eyeball, because everything sunk. As I was doing the left side, can you see the right eye is gone again? Because my red paints are just too transparent and light, and they were running about everywhere. So right now I'm just putting more white on top of the red. There we go. At least now there's an eyeball for the tiger. Yeah. The first time I did Fluidart, I used red and it was really terrible. Like I scraped so many times, but now I'm used to, transparent paints, and it's fun to play with. So I'm almost done now. Let me just add the Prussian blue for the eye. There we have it. So the final result, just look at this. This is half dry already because my place is very dry right now. And just look at the colors. They are just so gorgeous. Just look at all the colors mixed together. And then here I'll show you the eye. Look. This is so mesmerizing. I just love how the paste flow wherever it wants to. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this process. Please let me know what you guys think about it. And take care, everyone. I'll see you guys soon again next week. And thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Later, skaters.